Alright, so, we're about to watch 2 of my, speed runs of Mega Man 10. And, Johnny's here to help me do some commentary for this, so this should be fun. Or, I think it'll be fun for me. Hopefully I don't bore Johnny here to death.
You are flying there.
Alright, so yeah, this gets going pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm putting 2 speedruns here side by side, because I like to watch races. So, this is gonna try to mimic a race, even though I'm the one behind both speedruns, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. But other than that, this will be exciting. So maybe right now, Johnny, I'll get you to pick a side. You want to be the left? Cheer for the right side or cheer for the left side?
You know, they look pretty similar. I'm gonna go for the right side. Just
okay.
Because.
So I know who wins, but I won't spoil
it.
But oh yeah, there was a mistake on the right side. That was
that was harsh.
Too bad you already chose the right side. Oh, then the left side made a small mistake there. So yeah, so what's going on here? So yeah, Mega Man 10, pretty cool game.
When was this released?
So it was released earlier this year, 2010, March 2010 or something that came out, I think. So this is the Wii version I'm playing. Yeah.
And as we can see, you've obviously memorized a lot of this.
Yeah, so I played it quite a bit.
For any speed run.
Yeah.
Don't bother with the one-ups. Come on, man. Oh, I think Mr. Wright is getting... No, he's still behind.
He's behind a little bit. So I grabbed that E-Tank there. I don't think I use it in either run, though, at all. I just grab it because I don't think it wastes any time. So there's people out there that when they do speedruns, they're out to, like, minimize every last, like, little millisecond they possibly can. Mm-hmm. I'm not really that anal. I try to, if it's gonna save me, like, 5 seconds, I'll do it. If it's gonna save me a second, I'll think about it. If it's not gonna save me, it's gonna save me less than a second, like, I don't care about it. I know there are people out there, like, on, I don't know if you've heard of Speed Demos Archive, Johnny. Yeah, there's people on there, especially for Mega Man 10, that are out to minimize every little last millisecond of their time attack modes. But
so, are these speed runs faster than any of the ones you've seen?
On a per level basis, definitely not.
But I mean, there's a big difference between per level and
sure.
The whole game.
So I actually haven't. This is the first. Like, I haven't seen any complete runs of the game. So I've just seen individual levels run. So, and this is completely different, of course, because when you're doing time attack, you get all the weapons and everything. Whereas when you start the game from scratch and go through it, you don't get all the weapons. You gain them like, oh, I got Water Shield. What does it do? Oh, it does that. Okay, cool. Kind of thing. So now I have Water Shield, and so you have to figure out what order you want to beat them in order to get the...
So I'm assuming you do the same order each time.
Yeah, I'm doing the same order on both runs here. I didn't actually start out doing this order. So I actually started with Chillman originally when I started speedrunning it, and then changed to doing Pumpman first because I realized that you can use Pumpman's weapon to speed up here, like right here. I'm about to use it on the left side to go through that thing a little bit faster. And get through some of these screens.
So do you think your choice of order is optimal? I mean, has anyone else... Have you seen anything written about this? Or?
I've seen a little bit of discussion on the forums. Yeah, I kind of read the forums, but don't post anything. What were you talking about?
I was asking if the order you did all the bosses in was optimal.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that. So, one thing about Mega Man 10 though is after you beat 4 bosses, it doesn't matter which 4 bosses you beat, but after you beat first 4, then you get Rush Jet, and that can make a huge difference as to which 4 you fight first. This screen I do absolutely horribly. So I do this so badly that right now that I should just turn the damn game off and start again. Like,
well,
Chillman stage was actually like one of my best stages, and both left and right screen here screwed up so badly, but I hate turning the game off and resetting it, and I hate dying as well, so I don't turn it off and reset it. I just go with it and keep playing.
I think that's a good general strategy to stop you from being really
super
off with the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to have fun here. It's no fun to keep turning the game off and restart.
And these are still pretty good speedruns. How does this compare to your speedruns for Mega Man 2 and 3?
Okay, so yeah, I've also done speedruns for Mega Man 2 and 3. I have times on the Twin Galaxies scoreboard.
First and second, right?
I have second place on Mega Man 2 and first place on Mega Man 3. Although there are faster Mega Man 3 runs out there. There's one on Speed Demos Archive, but it doesn't follow the Twin Galaxy rules, whereas my run does.
That's right.
How does it compare to those? I don't know. I think it could be better, actually, than both of those runs. It doesn't look like it so far, but I don't know. I enjoyed running Mega Man 10 a lot more than those two games, just because I don't know. This game's more modern. There's more friendly features, like being able to switch weapons without going into the menu is a huge thing. I don't know if you noticed so far in the run, but you can switch weapons with the shoulder buttons on the Wii Classic Controller Pro or whatever.
Well, that definitely makes a difference for speedruns.
Oh yeah, because I think I go in the menu all of like one time in this run or something like that.
These are very close runs.
Yeah, so these are. It is a close race all the way.
It seemed like you didn't hit the button quick enough there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of a brain fart. I think after I beat Nitro Man on one of these screens, I forget who I want to fight next. And so I actually sit there for 2 seconds going, duh.
Well, you're pretty hard on yourself, but I picked up Mega Man 9 for the Wii, and I did not get past the first level in my initial games. These games are quite hard for anyone who doesn't know. I'm assuming people watching this do, but they're not as easy as he's making it look. Yeah, they're very close to even now. Oh, no, they're not.
So, yeah, left's ahead by a truck or something. By a truck. Yeah, I'll use, like, let's just use different measurements.
You could easily convince me this was for Nintendo or Super Nintendo with the graphics they used.
Yeah. It's exactly the same as the NES graphics.
It's quite a job, really, because not only is it easy for them to make, but it appeals to all your classic gamers. What's going on here? So
I'm using Chillman's weapon here to blow up these trucks because they're annoying. So they screwed up there on the left side. Did it right on the right side though. And then I'm going to ride this truck because he goes faster than I can move. So get onto him and freeze him and move the hole. So yeah, I didn't. So the one thing that I did certainly picked up by watching some of the time attack videos was that you could use Chillman's weapon to blow up his trucks. I didn't know that originally. When I was starting to run this game, I was trying to jump over him and stuff, and I was just stupid.
So with that, just in that screen above there, you froze the guy and ran through him. Do you think that's the fastest way to get through that part?
I think so.
There's a lot of points where you need to do that?
With the weapons I have, I think so. So, I should also mention that I'm also trying to minimize real time here. So I'm not trying to use any pause glitches or anything. So, in Mega Man 9 and 10, you can use pause glitches to sort of cancel out weapons. Some people know what I'm talking about. I probably don't have any clue. But you can use basically pause glitches to sort of get faster in-game time. So there's like an in-game timer that you can also play to minimize, and that's the score that gets put on like the Wii leaderboards or whatever.
Right.
I'm not trying to minimize that. I'm trying to minimize real time because that's the.
I'm sure that's against the Twin Galaxies.
Oh yeah, it's certainly against the rules to use pause glitches as well.
Well, there's something to be said for a rule set like that.
So wheel cutters are, I think, one of my favorite weapons here. In almost any Mega Man game, you'll see it. I'll use it right away in Slur Man stage here. So I think on the right side here, I'll actually go. Who do I want to fight? Oh yeah, Slur Man.
That didn't take very long.
Yeah, I maybe wasted a second. So
that wasn't 2 seconds.
I don't care.
I mean,
so I can use it right here.
Focus like this for 40 minutes. That kind of focus is difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I mean, making a mistake like after you play for like half an hour really does kind of suck. I hate dying, like I said before. Like, dying just bothers me so much that I'd rather like waste a second or two just to make sure I don't die. If I'd wasted like 10 seconds, then maybe I'd consider trying to do a harder move. But I'm pretty cautious when I'm running these games.
One thing that strikes me about this, I've seen some Mario speedruns. That's the thing classic games. That's the one I've seen the most of. Like that famous Mario 3 speedrun that I believe was all over YouTube. Was also used.
Yeah, it was tool assisted.
And one thing I've noticed about this,
I hate these birds, by the way. Sorry.
You actually run into a lot of things, sometimes unintentionally, but it doesn't make much difference to the speedrun. Sometimes you're running through enemies, because I mean, you only just. So I guess if you don't care, if you know you're not going to die, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Like, I certainly intentionally get hit here lots of times just because I think it's faster than stopping and trying to kill the guy. And I'm trying to sort of. I know how much life I need to complete the level, and I'm willing to just take a hit once in a while. That's what you're getting at.
Yes, it was. I mean, in like Mario speedruns, you'll never see that in question because it's just strictly slower. I think so. No problem. We're not an expert on this, but of the ones I've seen, they never get hit.
So I love using the weapon here. Sorry, just to
go
up these walls. It's awesome. It's screwed up there on the left side.
Oh, we finally pulled ahead on the right side.
Yeah.
It took forever.
Right side to the second head now.
They're pretty similar though, and I'm noticing you're using almost all the same tricks.
Oh yeah.
With some slight deviations when you accidentally hit a creature as you jump. But like I say, those don't seem to be big mistakes like you would think they would be.
Yeah, so what I find, at least when I'm running Mega Man, is all the time comes on the boss fights. So if you get, usually the bosses have some sort of random element to like how they start when you fight, and it seems like all the time gained or lost always comes to the boss fights. As you'll probably see here, I'll beat him. I beat him. Oh, no, maybe it's about the same there that time.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, but both boss fights, both boss fights there were quick. But boss fights in general are really where you make or break your times. Like making a mistake in a level will cost you maybe a second or two, and like I said, I don't really care about a second or two.
So do you spend a lot of time thinking about how to optimally beat the bosses as fast as possible?
A little bit.
Just
Not
practice
well.
until you get some sequence that works.
Not really. I don't really think about the bosses that much. I guess I think more about the levels than the bosses, which is kind of backwards from what I just said. But I don't know. There's more to think about in the levels than the boss fights.
Yeah.
Boss fights, you just kind of hope you get lucky, because I sort of know exactly what to do if he follows a certain pattern, but if he deviates from that pattern, I gotta sort of improvise and